If you say that today Tan Sri Muhyiddin does not have the number, you can say that. I don't believe in the legalistic approach. I think that's the main thing. Legalistic approach is not healthy. I must also share with you my understanding of the issue. There is a difference between saying that Tan Sri Muhyiddin does not enjoy the majority support of the MPs today, right? And saying that at the material time when Agong appointed Tan Sri Muhyiddin as Prime Minister, Tan Sri Muhyiddin did not have the number. There is a huge difference between the two. If you say that today Tan Sri Muhyiddin does not have the number, you can say that. And you can bring it to Parliament. No issue. I will vote, of course, in favor of Tan Sri Muhyiddin. But it's a fair comment, and it is something that is allowed in a democratic system. But if you say that at the material time when Yang di-Pertuan Agong appointed Tan Sri Muhyiddin did not have the number, I would caution that that is really insulting the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. You have to appoint a new Prime Minister. And how do you appoint a new Prime Minister? By appointing someone whom you think has the support of the majority. That was exactly what I was doing with my friends. Yeah. By our calculation, Tun Mahathir on that Friday didn't have the majority. And somehow, Tan Sri Muhyiddin has the majority. If you ask me how come that happened, you have to ask everybody. We are not a government that believes in punishing people for what people are saying. Everybody has the freedom to their voices, yeah. But I'm simply saying we have to be careful in the things that we do, because there are certain things which is allowable by democracy. By all means, say it out. But you must know the line. Yeah. It's just like we observe freedom of the press, but fake news is another story, lah. Yeah. My way of doing things is I don't believe in the legalistic approach. I think that's the main thing. Legalistic approach is not healthy. Self-regulatory is the best way. Ethics is the best way to do things. Not only in the media, even in other areas too. PH Manifesto stated very clearly that PH government wants to abolish Sedition Act. When Sedition Act is abolished, there are two things that can happen. Number one, you abolish Sedition Act, you replace with Harmony Act. Okay? Alternative number two is you abolish Sedition Act, but you amend Penal Code. Unfortunately, the PH government didn't do that. The only thing the PH government did was to put a moratorium on the application of Sedition Act. Then we have some issues with certain racial and religious, sensitive issues lah. Yeah? So the current government decided to lift the moratorium on the usage of Sedition Act. But I believe that even the current government understand the issues behind Sedition Act, and there is a thinking among some of my colleagues that we must be very careful, even if Sedition Act has to be applied, because the debate on Sedition Act involved, for example, not only the law but also the administration of the law. the current government have lifted the moratorium, but it was done because the authorities need a law to operate on, and at the same time we are wary of the fact that we must be very careful. For example, not to use it against our political foe, yeah, and you only use it specifically on very, very real sensitive issues. Yeah.